Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a highly anticipated game tonight between two football powerhouses in the 2023 season. We got the Laverne Tigers and the Turpin Cardinals tonight. Your stage is set, you got an electric atmosphere, and your tension is palpable. This isn't just a game tonight. We're going to ramp this one up, ladies and gentlemen. It's a clash of epic proportions. It's a battle for supremacy that'll captivate you, hopefully, the whole night. For these teams, football excellence is ingrained in the DNA with a rich history of success, including a total of 20 state championships and 7 titles since 2000. Laverne has left a huge mark on Oklahoma football lately. Their recent achievements were crowned by back-to-back state championships in the last 2 years and demonstrates a tremendous amount of excellence. Turpin, as you guys know, boasts an incredible legacy of our own. We have a total of 23 state championships, 9 of them since 2000, and the Cardinals have consistently demonstrated prowess on the football field, especially the last couple of years. Currently, we're ranked number 8 by Max Preps. Nationally, we're ranked number 73 by Max Preps in 8-man football. And these Turpin Cardinals are determined to make the mark tonight and reclaim the district title. These teams tonight are not just about numbers or rankings or championships. They represent a spirit of competition, a pursuit of victory, and a lot of dreams coming out on the field tonight. The story tonight has extra significance over our normal games because the district championship hangs in the balance. And so everything comes to a peak tonight. Turpin and Laverne are currently tied for first place in the district with 3 wins apiece and no losses. And this game is the pivotal moment in the district tonight. If Laverne wins, they clinch first place in the district and solidify their dominance, and will try for a three-peat after 2 seasons where they won back-to-back titles. However, Turpin's got a chance here, a golden opportunity, if you will, to claim the top spot for themselves. A win here sets us up for a favorable matchup against Hollis next week, and we should be highly favored to win that game. This contest isn't just about tonight. It carries a weight of history, and Turpin seeks to win the district for the first time since re-entering Class B in 2014. Our last victory against Laverne was right here on this field in 2015. So the table is set, the stakes are high, but the outcome's uncertain. As our players are getting ready to take the field in a little bit, as the fans are filling up the stands, as excitement's building, we're here tonight to bring every moment of this contest. And it's about more than just winning. This is pride on the line. There's legacy on the line tonight and a pursuit of greatness. This game should have it all. We've got the history from before us. We've got the rivalry of these two teams coming together at this key moment in the district season. And we've got the thrill of tonight as that clock ticks on down, getting closer and closer to 0 and game start time at 7 o'clock. So fasten your seatbelts and get ready for some football magic, folks. Hopefully we're on the verge of witnessing something special here in Laverne, where the Tigers are taking on the Cardinals coming in trying to ruin senior night. It's more than just a game. This one's a quest through time and a grasping for glory. Let's go through the schedule as these two teams have worked their way to this point. Laverne started out the season in September. Sorry about that. Thought they were getting ready for the national anthem. Laverne started out the season with a win against Waurika at home. That was 46-0. They followed that with a win at Pioneer Pleasantville. That one's 50-0. Next up, they took on Sealing. And here's our national anthem. All right, let me keep on going through schedules. So Laverne in the middle of September took on Sealing. That was a rematch of the championship game. That game was a hard-fought one, but Laverne came up short. It's their lone loss on the season. Sealing is still undefeated and sits at number 1, and that score was 46-28. Next up, Laverne took on O'Keene at home. That was a 48-22 win. They took on Alec at home. That was a 50-0 win, and then they started district play. They faced off at Hollis, 52-6. Then a hard-fought game here. We were playing Balco Forgan. They were playing here against Shattuck, and that game was 28-12. Close game, very interesting game, and it was scoreless at half. Last week, Laverne went to Beaver and won 46-0. Turpin, as you know, all wins so far. We started off the season getting rained out in a game at Springfield, Colorado. We got off one play and the game was over. Tyrone, we beat 62-12. We had Boise City. We played them at home, but it's listed as an away game for us. We beat them 50-0. We took on Buffalo 44-6. We went to Ringwood and won 52-34. We took on Beaver at home 49-0. We went to Balco Forgan 46-0. And last week we took on Shattuck and won at home 30-22. So things have been going well for the Cardinals, but this matchup has been one that has stymied us. This is the hardest opponent that we have faced in B1, and we don't have a win since 2015. That's our only time to beat Laverne since we re-entered 8-man football. It's been a big challenge. Tonight, we're missing a couple of players. We've got Carson Hendrick is out with an injury. We hope to see him return later in the year, but we don't know what will happen with that. We've also got Ryan Hammock is out, and I think he might be out for the season, but we'll see how that plays out. Earlier in the season, as you guys know, we lost Ryan Algeen, Jackson Leonard, Hunter Isaacs, and so the injuries have piled up a bit tonight. Not sure if we'll see everybody at full strength tonight, but this time of the year, that's kind of what happens. You play with what you got, and you come out to play, and you do your best. The Cardinals' offense has been a huge plus on the season. The Cardinals have outscored opponents 343-74. Big play offense, 41 total touchdowns, and an average yards per play of 10 yards. That's just tremendous offensive output. It'll be interesting to see how Laverne matches up with that. Laverne is a fast and athletic team. They're very strong up front. They can bully teams around on the line, but I don't know what they'll do with an offense like ours. Shattuck had some success throwing against them, and we'll see what they do. Cardinals this year, as far as the offense goes, it's been spreading the ball around a lot in the passing game, and the running game, there's been a lot of chunk plays. And we've got a little bit of a Batman and Robin situation with Carson Peters and Jet Huffman. The two between them have scored the majority of the Cardinals' touchdowns. Huffman scored 29 touchdowns total by his lonesome, 17 rush touchdowns, 9 reception touchdowns, 2 punt return touchdowns, and an interception return for a touchdown. Carson has thrown at a tremendously efficient rate and has 10 touchdowns to go with only 2 interceptions on the season. He's completing almost 80% of his passes. Been a tremendous year so far. Laverne's lining up, getting ready to come out for the coin toss. For the Cardinals, you've got Nash Levens, Ricky Algeen, and Austin Peters. For Laverne, let me see, you got Tate Domi, Henry Perez, and Josh Zeitler. When looking at statistics, I'll get back to that. On defense, Carson Hendrick's putting together a tremendous year. He's out for the moment with injury. just been piling up the stats defensively. One of the things that I noticed in looking at the game, by the way, one of the things that stands out offensively, Cardinals have only punted 4 times this year total. It shows you how well the offense has been working this year. And with only 93 first downs through 7 games, that shows you that the offense is incredibly efficient. We're scoring big chunk plays, and we've only allowed 73 first downs for the opponents to go with their 74 points. Sorry, I previewed and said I was going to give you Carson's defensive stats. Carson on the year, a total of 71 tackles between solo and assists, which is just tremendous in 8-man football. He's got 10 tackles for loss, a sack, 2 interceptions, and a fumble recovery. Whole bunch of the Cardinals putting together some great stats. Gunnar Post and Ryan Hammock on the line have really been doing fantastic. Post has a total of 48 tackles between solo and assists, 9 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. Hammock, before he went down with the injury, had 42 solos, or 42 tackles, 5 of them for loss and 2 sacks and a fumble recovery. Just been a tremendous year for the Cardinals. Another thing that I picked up on, and one of the things that I'm watching for and hoping for, is that turnovers will have an impact in this game. The Cardinals have averaged more than 1 turnover per game that they're able to get on their defense. And an 8-man football, getting an extra possession can make a huge difference. Tate Domey's going to line up to kick. One of the things that you're going to hear, well, I'll be talking about Tate Domey a lot in this game. Senior's a tremendous player for Laverne. And one of the ways that he excels is in the kicking game. I'm going to zoom out so you're able to follow the ball. Domey kicks it into the end zone quite a bit on his kickoffs. So Domey's kicking off. Huffman and Peters set to return. Domey's kick. It's going to go past Huffman and into the end zone. So touchback. Cardinals will be starting from the 20-yard line. We'll go ahead and zoom in here. So Laverne has scored a lot of points this year. In fact, they've scored just a little bit more than the Cardinals have this year. So 2 tremendous offenses. Now, Laverne, as a lot of you realize, Felix Teal was the big engine behind the offense, but he went down with an injury mid-season. And so the offense has had to adjust in a big way. Here comes the Cardinal offense, though. Peters kicks it out on the edge for Huffman. He's met in the backfield and tackled immediately. No gain on the play. Loss of 1 on the play. So Cardinals come out and try for a screen to Huffman. A lot of teams have been keying heavily on Jet. That tackle was by Enriquez. Peters rolling out, trying to find an opening. And Peters is going to be brought down in the backfield. One of the things the Cardinals are trying to adjust to is injuries at the offensive line have led to a little bit of a carousel back there. Gunnar Post and Garrett Isaacs have not started any games at offensive line, but they've been pressed into duty. So 3rd and very long here coming up for the Cardinals. They're backed up at their own goal line. Lovell is all the way back. No, they put Tillery all the way back. Peters rolling around. Peters heaving it out on the side. They're sending a dead ball. Not sure what the call is here. I don't know what they call it, guys. They signaled it up to the booth, but that's on the opposite side. Looks like it was a dead ball penalty against the Cardinals, so repeat third down. It's third down and long. Peters is deep. He's got Riley Fowler beside him. He's rolling out. He's looking deep for Huffman. Huffman adjusts for it. It pops up in the air, and it's intercepted. Huffman was double-teamed by De La Torre. Nope, by De La Torre and Tillery. Tillery played the defensive line last game, but he's back playing safety this game. So that ended up working like a punt for the Cardinals. And Laverne's got the ball there at the Cardinal 40. Cardinals are going to have to get the offensive line figured out. With losing some starters, it really hurts. But they'll have to figure things out here. Laverne's not going to take it easy on us. Tillery's playing quarterback. Out beside him, he's got Zach Masters, the freshman. Masters gets it, stumbles a little bit, and he's brought down a short gain. Allgeen's in on the play. Maybe 1 yard on the play. Masters went to plant his foot to cut and slipped. So Felix Teal was the quarterback for Laverne, but he went down with an injury mid-season. Tillery'd been playing running back. They moved Tillery to quarterback, and he's played it out from there. Tillery's more of a runner than a passer. Very shifty runner. Nowhere near as fast as Teal, but then again, who is? Also be watching out for Tate Domi over the middle. Tillery finds an opening. Tillery gets an opening, gets about 20 yards, and he's brought down by Riley Fowler. Laverne runs a lot of size up front. The linemen Giovanni Gonzalez, Emilio Juarez, and Henry Perez. Then Domi, one of the biggest guys on the team, plays tight end. Tillery's under center, double tight ends. Hand off to Masters. Masters gets a couple of yards. Austin Peters and Carson Peters combined on the tackle. Gain of about 4, maybe 5. Your Cardinal defense across the front line, you got Gunnar Post on one end, Nash Levens on the other end, Ricky Allgeen tying up the middle. Your linebackers, you got Garrett Isaacs and Riley Fowler. Your defensive backfield, the only place on the team that has stayed unhampered by injuries, Carson Peters, Austin Peters at safety, and Jet Huffman at the other corner. Tillery's under center again, same formation, but dead ball. It'll be offensive, not interference. It'll be false start on the offense. Second down coming up for Laverne. Tillery's in the shotgun now. He's got Masters beside him. Tillery's going to go quarterback keeper on the draw. Allgeen's got him wrapped up and brings him down. Gain of 7 or 8 for Tillery. Third down coming up. So Cardinals come out with all passes and a turnover. Laverne hadn't put the ball in the air once yet. Tillery's under center. He's got double tight ends again. Masters behind him. Masters takes the handoff, trying to pick his way forward. Carson Peters will bring him down. First down for the Tigers. Tigers are muscling up here and playing power football. Tigers again in power formation. This time they've got Masters split out. Huffman's on him. First and goal. Tillery looking for a spot, trying to find an opening. And he's in for a touchdown. The Cardinals unable to get anything going on their first offensive possession. Turnover gives the Tigers the ball at the 40-yard line in Cardinal territory, and they're able to take it down the field and score. So Laverne starts out the game with the first touchdown. They draw first blood. Cardinals have to come back and answer here. Conversion coming up. Carnegie split out on one side. Tillery hands it off to Masters. Masters looks for the edge, cuts back, and he's got it. 8-0, Laverne takes the lead on senior night. Well, Laverne showed why it's been nearly impossible for anybody to come to this field and win if they're not wearing purple and gold over the last 10 years. Laverne has put together a run. This last decade, they have won half of all of the titles in Class B. Chilly night tonight. You can see we've got just a little bit of sunlight left, a little bit of wind, and it's blowing from north to south. A little bit when the sun goes down, our forecast is to get down into the mid-40s. A lot of the guys are geared up for it. Domi sets up to kick. His first boot went all the way into the end zone. Cardinals didn't get a chance to return it, never went forward once they had the ball. Hopefully offense can get things figured out here. We'll start with this kickoff. Domi's going to get another one into the end zone. Domi's a tremendous athlete. Spent years watching that guy play against the Cardinals, both in basketball and in football. His brother before that. Cardinals offense comes out on the field. Second possession of the game. First one we didn't get anything out of. We'll reset and try again. Peters is set up. He's got Huffman beside him. Peters finds an opening in the middle of the defense. Gains a couple of yards. For the Cardinals out there on the offensive line, Ricky Olguin, the lone starter who's made it all through the season. He's moved around and now plays center. Beside him, he's got Gunnar Post and Garrett Isaacs, both of whom starting on the offensive line for the first time this season. Carson Peters is back in the quarterback spot where he's been all year. You got Nash Levens. We'll go through the rest of them here in a moment. Peters rolls around. Peters is staying alive. Peters is going to scramble. And he's pushed out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. There's a flag in the backfield. Not sure what they're going to call. It's in the area where you'd be calling holding. No flag on the play. Second time they've thrown a flag on the Cardinals and not really got much explanation to what's going on. Not sure if one of the referees is not quite up to speed with what's going on here. Nope. He waved off the flag and then went ahead and called the holding call. So Cardinals have run 4 offensive plays and have had 2 flags thrown on them already. All right, your wide receivers, I haven't got a chance to go through them yet. Austin Peters up top, Riley Fowler in the slot, and Nash Levens down here on the near side. Peters is back in the shotgun. Huffman lines up with the other 2 wide receivers to get trips on the far sideline. And another flag on the play. That's 3 flags in 5 attempted plays for the Cardinals. And a false start's called. So Cardinals backing up and backing up and backing up again. Fowler comes in motion. Peters has the snap. Staying alive, looks over the field, looks for Levens, and it's a little bit high. Levens can't haul it in, and it's going to be third and very long. Cardinals looking a little bit out of sync here. A lot of guys are shuffling around, playing different positions. A lot of laundry been thrown on the field already. Personnel stay on. No changes. Huffman's isolated on the far sideline. Nope, that's not Huffman. That's Peters. Huffman's in the backfield beside Carson. Long ball for Austin Peters. Austin can't haul it in. Carson throws it a little bit deep. And it's incomplete. Cardinals are going to have fourth and about 20 to go. We'll probably see a punt here. Sub in on the punt. Nash Levens has it. He'll be punting away. Back deep is Masters. Now Masters returned to punt for a touchdown last week against Beaver. This one he's going to let roll. Cardinals will down it in Tiger territory at the 44-yard line. Nice punt by Levens. He was essentially standing on the goal line when he kicked that. The Tigers' defense has had the better of the Cardinal offense so far this game. Tigers come back out. Tillery is switched off, sometimes playing quarterback, but he's back there right now in the shotgun. Looks like Masters is beside him. Tillery looks over on the edge. Oh! Carson Peters saw it was going to be heading for Tate Domi. Carson jumped the route, and he could see the end zone. Only problem was he had to get his hands on it and complete the catch. Carson was going to be walking into the end zone with a touchdown there. But he defends the pass well, knocks it down in trying to catch it. That'll give the Tigers something to think about with looking for Domi. When they split Domi out, there's a good chance they're going to him. Domi, tremendous target, fantastic tight end. We saw that same sort of action with the way Shattuck used Josh Bay last week. Using a big, tough tight end and getting the ball to him out in space. Tillery's got the shotgun snap, looks for an opening. He's got an opening. Gunner post runs him down, falls on top of him, and Tillery gets up slow. That's a whole load to have Gunner post land on you. Tillery might be shaken up a little bit. That looked no fun at all. Tillery had the ball between him and the ground, and Gunner grabbed him, fell on top of him, and splashed a little bit. Nice run for Tillery, but he paid for it there. First down and 10 for the Tigers with the ball at the 28-yard line. Tillery's coming up under center. They're going to go power formation again. Oh, Tillery's stepping back into shotgun. He's got Masters beside him. Cardinals run the same defensive personnel as last time. Hand off to Tillery in the middle. Tillery pops through an opening. And Masters is in for the touchdown. Substitutions on the Cardinals' defensive line are causing some problems. Big hole opened up there. I've mentioned already the injuries to starters. In the last 3 weeks, we've had 3 different starters go down. Cardinals are shuffling around a lot of good players, but playing out of the position that you've practiced in all year can really come back to haunt you, especially when you're playing the 2-time champions who are trying to defend and go for their third. Conversion coming up here, or attempt for it. Domi's open, wide open over the middle. Tillery finds him, and it's 16-0 Laverne. Cardinals played Laverne very tough last year. In fact, the game last year ended up going 62-40. And Cardinals played with Laverne, and at the very end, Laverne was able to pull away. But Laverne a whole bunch more than I think they expected from us, and that was after some key injuries at that point last year. Playing Laverne late in the season is tough. We used to play them early before the district reseeded and moved around when Beaver joined us. Laverne lines up to kick. We'll see if Domi can put another one back in the end zone. Hopefully this one will come up a little bit short. Air's cooling down. We'll see if that ball carries like it has the last 2 times. Maybe Huffman or Peters can get a chance for a return. Now Laverne does run up on the ball, and they will kick on sides. So they'll run that fake like you just saw over and over again. Keep teams honest on their kick coverage. Domi lays into it. Another one's going to land in the end zone. In high school, that's an automatic touchback. And Cardinals will come back out and restart the offense. Third possession, first 2 have been a turnover and then a punt. A lot of penalties called against the Cardinals. We've had holding, we've had false starts. Cardinals need to come out and play clean. Cardinals are going to go to a power formation here. Everybody's in tight. Handoff to Huffman. Huffman's got the edge. And Huffman goes out of bounds on the far sideline after a nice gain. Cardinals get the first down. Are we calling holding again? There's a flag on the field on the sideline. Sure enough, they called another holding on us. Now, the holding goes 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and it was down past the first-yard mark. But you mark 10 yards back, so it's actually first down and about 6 to go. So Cardinals are having penalties called on over half their plays so far in this game. That's in case you like to do math, and I do. Peters into the middle for Huffman. Huffman makes one move, makes another, bounces off, and he's going to be brought down. That'll be a first down. We'll see if there's any flags on the field. Pardon me if I'm getting a little bit chippy here, but I'm getting sick of seeing the laundry on the field. First down for the Cardinals. Ball sitting at the 33-yard line. Peters and Huffman in the backfield. Huffman out on the edge. Cardinals are forcing the ball out to him. Laverne's really trying to find Jet. And out on the edge, it's Tillery. It looks like they're taking Tillery and maybe shading him over Jet a little bit. Tillery's up on the defensive line now. He'd played at safety a little bit earlier. Huffman and Peters in the backfield. Levin's in the slot. Fowler down here on the near side. Austin Peters on the far side. Huffman in the middle. He's got it. Cardinals try to run a screen in the middle. Laverne sniffs it out. Laverne's doing a great job with their tackling. Huffman has been able to bust a lot of tackles this year, and Laverne so far is doing what they can to bottle up the Turpin Jr. Peters in the shotgun. Levin's in the slot. Fowler on the near side. Austin Peters on the far side. Carson's looking over the middle and finds Nash Levins. Another first down for the Cardinals. Cardinals find a little bit of rhythm on this drive now. Post and Isaacs playing on the offensive line for the first time this year. Starting to find their way and doing a good job. Trips to the near side. Huffman, Levins, and Fowler. Peters in the backfield by himself, and Austin Peters on the far sideline. Cardinals have the ball at the 45. Peters tries rolling, and Laverne does a good job getting upfield. They'll bring down Peters for a loss on the play. Peters was trying to run a naked bootleg there. Loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Cardinals with the ball at the 43-yard line. 3.5 left to go in the first quarter. Peters hands off to Huffman. Huffman looking for the edge, and another good tackle. They ran right at Tillery, and Tillery made the play. Nope, that wasn't Tillery. That was Carnegie. Tillery drops back to safety now. So they're dropping Tillery back almost in a prevent defense. Look. They're only rushing 2. Peters is staying alive. Peters looking over the middle for Huffman and leads him just a little bit too much. Jet can't get there in time. A lot of teams have run prevent against us. That 8-man prevent where you only rush 2 and drop people back. A lot of times the Cardinals are able to make teams pay on it, but Laverne's a little better team than everybody else that we've played so far this year. 4th down, it's at midfield. Cardinals may go for it here. Could be a quick kick, we'll see. Peters is kind of deep, we'll see what he does. He's stepping back. Looks like it's going to be a quick kick. Peters gets it away, that's exactly what it is. Shanked a little bit. Cardinals don't get much out of the punt. Peters didn't hit it square, and Cardinals get the punt down to the 35-yard line. Defense will come back down on the field. So offense started to get a little bit of a drive going there before we stalled out. We'll see what the defense can do now. If you remember, the Cardinals last year had 10 seniors and were starting 7. So a lot of these players, this is their first time to play significant minutes at Laverne. A little bit different atmosphere here. And so there might have been a little bit of an adjustment and some nerves for these youngsters. Tillery's got it. He's running a quarterback draw. Spin move. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. Lineman falls on it. That's Giovanni Gonzalez. They're going to advance the ball on the fumble. I don't know what the high school rules are. In the pros, at least, you can't do that. You can't fumble it forward, but Cardinals did a good job bottling up Tillery there, and an extra 5 or 6 yards off the fumble makes it a 2nd down and short yardage play. Ball sitting at the 45-yard line. Tillery's in the backfield. Shotgun. He's got Masters beside him. Hand off to Masters. Cardinals do a good job there. Gunner post dove in, wrapped up, and took down Masters. Short gain on the play, but it was enough for a 1st down. Ball sitting at the 48-yard line now in Tiger territory. So 1st down 10 at the 48-yard line. Cardinals defense starting to get settled in a little bit here. Tillery around the left side. Or sorry, the far right side going away from us. Laverne's been working mostly towards their sideline if you notice. Tillery gets a nice gain on the play of about 7 yards. Ryder Ireland's in. So substitution in on the defensive side there. So defensive line now is Post, Ireland, and Olguin. You've got Isaacs and Fowler in the linebacker spots. Tillery pitches out on the option to Masters. Masters is brought down for a loss. Isaacs doing a great job coming up and making the play. 21 against 21. And small loss on the play. 3rd down coming up. Big stop for the Cardinals. They need 2 more to get a turnover on downs. Laverne thus far has only thrown 1 pass, and that almost got picked off by the Cardinals. They've been keeping everything on the ground, going power football. Tillery's going to do the same. He's just about brought down in the backfield by Isaacs. Tillery does a great job of staying alive, though. That's the last play of the first quarter. It's interesting. You don't expect to see players being tackled while they're playing defense, but offensive blocking technique by the Tigers is kind of interesting if you're paying attention. Especially when you consider that there's only been one flag thrown on the Tigers and been a handful already on the Cardinals. That's the end of the first quarter, though. Tigers up 16-0, and here's your Cardinal cheerleaders. Well, we knew it would be a tough task coming here to Laverne playing. These Tigers have been the class of Class B football now for the better part of the decade. 5 titles since 2014. They have been a handful. And the Cardinals only have 1 win during that time frame against them. That win did come here in 2015, but in fact, most of the losses have been rather lopsided. These Tigers have been tremendous for years and years. A lot of all-staters, tremendous players here for Laverne. Laverne lines up to start the beginning of the second quarter. Hand off to Masters, and he's going to be brought down. Gunner post, really stepping up. That's another tackle for loss for the senior. Gunner looks extremely quick coming off that line. So second down and more than 10. Short 12. Tillery's in the backfield. He's got Masters beside him. Delatorre on the near sideline. Domi's releasing over the middle. Algeen chasing after Tillery. Tillery heaves it down for Domi. Domi tries to bring it in, and it gets knocked away. Domi released right down the middle of the field, and he was open, but Tillery got harassed by Algeen. Couldn't get the play off in time, went ahead and chucked it downfield anyway, and it looks like the Peters brothers were there to help break the play up. Cardinals know to watch for Domi. He's the biggest downfield threat for the Tigers. But Tillery's run game has really caused problems so far, and so Cardinals, though, have Tigers here in a tough spot. It's a 3rd and long. Ball's sitting right at the 39-yard line. Tigers go tight. Couple of tight ends. Tillery goes play action. He's rolling right. He's going to take off. Huffman's going to need to step up and meet him to stop the first down, and Tillery might have got it. Cardinals weren't able to seal the edge. Tillery rolled around and saw the big opening. It's going to be 4th and short coming up. Tillery got knocked out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Big play here. Tight formation, could be a quarterback sneak. It's 4th and 1. Cardinals need a big stop here. Tillery hands it off to Masters. He might have been brought down. That might be short. Garrett Isaacs jumped through a hole, met Masters. 21 meets 21. We'll see what we get from the spot. They're looking it over. Oh, they're having to discuss it, and looks like we're going to get a measurement. I'm no pro, but from here it looks short. Big play going in the early part of the game here. Cardinals really need this turnover. Let's see if we can zoom in on it. It's short. Well, that means each team now has one turnover. Cardinals get the turnover on downs. Tigers earlier in the game had the interception. That could be the momentum swing the Cardinals were needing. Huge play. Garrett Isaacs and the Cardinal defense stuffed the run. They defended the pass when they needed to, and Tigers start out the second quarter losing the ball on downs. Cardinals need to go down the field now. A quick strike would be nice. Huffman comes across. Peters ends up keeping it, looks for the left edge, and he's brought down. Domi makes the tackle. Domi's a heck of a player. Laverne was not fooled on the play. They faked a jet sweep to Jet, but Carson kept it. Short gain on the play, second and about 8 to go. Two wide receivers on each side, splits. Carson's running a draw, trying to find an opening. And Cardinals are struggling to make holes here with the offensive line. So they went to trying to use spreading the offense, forcing the defense to have to cover the whole field. And Laverne's team speed, the front five, was able to cover well enough to bottle up Carson. 3rd down and 5 to go. Trips to the near side. Fowler, Peters, and Huffman near side. Looks like Cardinals ran their freeze play, trying to draw Laverne offside. Laverne didn't jump on it. Laverne setting up in that prevent again. You can see only 2 players rushing. That gives Carson a lot of time to pick things up. Huffman's open. Huffman's open. He's wide open. Huffman's got it going down the field. They're making a play and they miss it. Huffman's in for the touchdown. That's the deal. If you want to run prevent against Carson Peters and you want to give him time, good luck, because the wide receivers are going to find openings. Huffman came across the field. He was on the near side trips in the slot. He came across, found the sideline right in front of the Laverne Tigers. He was wide open, got behind a Laverne Tigers player. Peters delivers a beautiful pass to him. Part of the problem was the Tigers had a safety on top of Huffman. Tillery had been trying to guard him earlier, and the Cardinals here need the hook up. So catch play. Long pass touchdown. If you remember, that was a 3rd down too. Cardinals really step up when it's needed. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders. Well, the Tigers owned the first quarter, jumping out to a 16-0 lead. When the clock ticked over and the field flipped, Cardinals took over and are starting out this second quarter with a bang. Defense gets the turnover on downs and holding Laverne in a short yardage situation. Turn around and 3 plays later scoring on a long bomb. Laverne took the gamble, dropped 6 men back into coverage. Cardinals wide receivers had their way with it. Carson Peters finding a wide open Jet Huffman. And the Cardinals put 8 on the scoreboard and get themselves back into this game. And now the defense is going to have to come back out and play strong. Algeen is going to be kicking off. First time we've seen Ricky. Tate Domi was kicking him into the end zone. Nice kick by Ricky to get it down to 15. That's Lovell. And Lovell is wrapped up and brought down by Garrett Isaacs at about the 33-yard line. Well, that does a lot for a team. Cardinals came out, really couldn't get anything going in that first quarter, but found their rhythm, got everything going, and got a big score and a big stop on defense. Tillery's in the backfield, handoff to Masters. Masters picks his way through the middle. Levens and Post combined to bring down Masters. Gain of about 7 on the play. Laverne's got an interesting Mutt and Jeff thing going on the offensive line. You got Emilio Juarez, who's bigger even than Ricky Alguin, it looks like. But then right next to him, number 25, is Henry Perez. Tillery's got it, looking around the right side. Post has got him from behind, is going to bring him down. Third down and short coming up for the Tigers. Tillery gets just past the 40-yard line. They're going to set the ball right on the 40. Tillery's under center, double tight ends. One wide receiver on the near side. Tillery's going quarterback sneak. He's going to have the first down. I think Post got him again. Post has been on a whole bunch of tackles so far. With Carson Hendrick down, Post is really stepping up in this game. First down for the Tigers, ball on the 46-yard line. Power formation, nobody split out to either side. Masters deep behind. Tillery under center. Fake the handoff, roll out. They got a couple of guys open. They're going to find Tate Domi. Levens is on him. Domi makes a nice catch. They had 2 guys open on that side of the formation. Cardinals really bit on the bootleg by Tillery. Again, double tight ends. De La Torre split out on the left side, looks like. Tillery fakes a little handoff, goes a draw, and Tillery's going to gain about 6. They're on a lot of quarterback draw with Tillery. Don't blame him. It's worked out well for him for the most part. Tillery's a good player. They had him playing running back when Felix Teal was playing quarterback until Felix went down with an injury. Felix being recruited by a lot of the big-time schools. He'll be back for a senior year. Look forward to getting the chance to play against him next year. But Tillery has stepped in admirably and kept the wins coming for Laverne. He's back in the shotgun right now. Quarterback draw. He gets into the second layer of the Cardinals' defense. Brought down by Garrett Isaacs, but it looks like it's going to be another first down for the Tigers. Laverne's finding some openings getting through that defensive line. Masked in motion, and somebody jumped. Well, that'll help. That'll make it 1st and 15. Ball spotted right at the 30-yard line in Cardinal territory. We're at the halfway point of the second quarter. Just under 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Halftime, we'll talk about some of the other games that are going on around the area. Till keeps it. He's going to be brought down for Maybe a short gain, but well behind the original line of scrimmage. So it remains 2nd and long. Riley Fowler making the tackle that time. Tillery's got a really patient running style. The linemen really throw themselves into their blocks. Laverne's not playing anything tricky here. They're running a whole lot of power football and just occasionally running play action. Double tight ends again. In fact, double tight ends. One back in the backfield. He gets the ball. That's Masters. Masters finds an opening. He's going to be in for a touchdown. Cardinals hard time picking up Masters. The offensive line and the extra tight ends really did a good job on the blocks. Helped split the Cardinal defense wide open, and Masters made it through and was on his way to the end zone before the Cardinals realized he was past him. Nice play for Laverne, and they have the lead back to 2 scores again, 22-8. This conversion's big. Same formation, 3 tight ends and 1 back in the backfield. Tillery trying to roll out. He's almost brought down. He's trying to stay alive and throws it away. Tillery was running for his life. Ended up throwing it over towards Masters, but he was just getting rid of it. So Cardinals help negate the conversion, and Laverne gets the score but no conversion, so they go up 22-8. That could play big later on in the game if we have a close one. We'll take a moment and look at games of local significance while we have a chance here. Sealing's playing against Covington Douglas tonight. Sealing is pretty clear number 1 right now in the state. By the way, the loser of this game will probably lock up 2nd place, and we'll have to play Sealing in the 2nd round if everything holds. Beaver and Balco Forgan are playing right now and are tied at 8. Loser of that game will be in sole possession of last place in District B1. Tyrone's playing Boise City. That game's 8-0, and Shattuck is at home hosting Hollis, and they're up 12-0. If Hollis loses the game against Shattuck and Turpin loses tonight, then Turpin is guaranteed no less than 2nd place in the district. Verne's going to line up to kick off. We'll see what Tate Dummy does this time. He had the wind behind him when he was kicking to start the game. This time he's kicking into the wind. We'll see if he can get into the end zone. Huffman and Peters are back there. You notice Cardinals have to be ready for onside. Domi kicks it and shanks it. Peters has it. Peters gets the return. Peters comes open. Peters has got an opening. This could be a nice return for the Cardinals. And Domi finds Peters. Domi tries to punish Peters on the tackle, but Peters gets the last laugh on that one. Cardinals advance the ball to midfield. Shows you a lot about Tate Domi. Cardinals had 3 blockers ahead of Carson Peters, and Domi was still able to get to Peters and make the tackle. Domi is a heck of a player. Domi and Carson Hendrick this year are battling it out for what I would gather to be Defensive Player of the Year for our conference. Peters goes for the handoff. Tillery dives in through a hole and goes right for Huffman and brings him down in the backfield. Sounded like Tillery might have had an idea of the snap count there, or else he just had a very lucky jump on it. He was able to get through the gap between Post and Algene immediately on the snap. Tillery playing on the defensive line until obvious passing downs. Peters drops back. Looking, going deep. He's got Fowler deep. Fowler's got the catch. Now they're going to say loose ball here. I don't know what they're doing here. They were holding up on Fowler. I don't think they're going to say that's a turnover. Yeah, they're not going to. That would have been silly. The Laverne guys were trying to hold Fowler up. Oh, we got a flag on the play. Let's take a look at what they called there. They're calling illegal man downfield. So they're saying one of the linemen got downfield while Peters was rolling around. You know, I'm not the one who would say it, but some people like to say when you play at Laverne, you don't get to play 8-on-8. You get to play 13-on-8. I'm not the one saying that, though, but some people say that.
I'll say it. So the chain gang calls the penalties, the other coach calls the penalties.
Coach Hannah's asking for an explanation here. I think an explanation's due. So it's going to be second down. They also called it as a 15-yard penalty, which I'm trying to understand here. So it's first and about 30 to go. I really have no idea what's going on here, folks. Peters is back in the shotgun. He's got Huffman beside him. Sorry, he doesn't have Huffman beside him. Oh, that's going to be a flag. Riley Fowler took off as Huffman was in motion. So we'll march it back a little bit further.
I really don't understand what 20 yards is for.
Go, Turpin! You got this, guys! Let's go!
Well, it's first down and Shattuck to go. The line of scrimmage we got to get to, by the way, is the 41-yard line in Shattuck territory. We're backed up to the 26, so you can do the math on that. It's first and 35. And here comes another flag. Let's see what happens here. False start called on Turpin. All right. This actually, there comes a point where it gets kind of interesting because Laverne's having to cover a whole lot of field. They're not playing that prevent, and there is nobody on the far side of the field. Huffman's got it. Huffman's got a lot of opening here. Huffman up the field, splits through one, and Huffman gets almost the entirety of the yardage back. We'll see if there's any flags on the field. Not currently. We'll see. There might be one coming soon. If we're not careful, we might see the flags were a giveaway for and come flying out of the stands. Second down and short coming up, so all the penalty yardage didn't make a bit of difference. Cardinals have second and short. Laverne struggling, trying to figure out how to cover the Cardinals. Oh, loose ball on the field. Peters went to hand it off to Huffman, and Huffman thought Peters was going to hold on to it. So ball lands on the field. Carson's able to dive on it, and it's third down and 5. So. Cardinals with a little bit of self-inflicted wounds here between the loose ball and a couple of offsides penalties. Peters in the backfield, splits to either side, 2 on each side of him. Peters is going to take off on a draw. He's going to get first down yardage. He falls across the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down for the Cardinals. So what? Oh, and here comes another flag. Imagine that. Let's see who this one's on. Flag on the play. We'll see who it's on. That'll go against the Tigers. I think that's a late hit. I think it's a late hit. That's a personal foul, though, and it goes 15 yards. Cardinals already had the first down, by the way. Personal fouls are dead ball fouls. So an extra 15 yards on top of the play. Most likely a late hit. It could have been a face mask. The players on the side were in the way. I had no idea what the call was. And 2.5 to go in the first, and Laverne's going to take their first timeout. I'm going to look at my codes and see if I can figure out what that call was.
Go Cardinals! Hey! Hey Cardinals! Yeah, let's! 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 Go Cardinals!
Yeah, I can't find it. I'm not surprised to find out that we're not actually using the up-to-date official signals. I can show them to you, by the way. I do keep a chart. So, surprisingly, we didn't get a correct call from the official on the penalty. So, Cardinals are driving. We got 2.5 to go. It's 22-8. Cardinals on the drive here. Now, if you remember, we were backed up. It was first and like 35. Cardinals had some self-inflicted wounds off the offsides, and then who knows what in the world that one call was. But we got backed up, and then we came down the field. Nice big plays. Cardinals are starting to really gash Laverne here for big chunk yardage plays. And Laverne, like everybody else, they know that we're going to come in and then we get big plays. But even with that defense that the Tigers have, we're still getting downfield. Both teams have turned the ball over one time. I do count turnover on downs as a turnover. Some people do not because the defense didn't take it away. But when you stop somebody on a 4th and 1, I do consider. Cardinals had an interception play. That was at the very beginning of the game. And so giving Laverne back the ball here, if the Cardinals do score and Laverne has any time, that could be a really tough situation. Cardinals got the opening kickoff. Weren't able to do anything with it. It was 2 scores Laverne in the first quarter, 1 score in the second. Cardinals' only score came in the second. Another flag on the play. We'll see what this one is. Huffman on the run gains about 4 or 5 yards, and they're going to call a holding on the Cardinals. So I think that's four flags on us on this drive alone. Could be 5.
Go, boys, don't touch them! Come on!
So it's going to be first. And they're marking it off from the spot of the foul, so they give us a 15-yard mark off there. So 1st and 25. Or sorry, 1st and 24. Oh, no, we're moving the ball up a little bit. So Peters is in the backfield. Oh, man, Laverne has brought everybody up. Cardinals are looking downfield. Peters is trying to stay alive, looking for somebody to get it to, and he gets it to Huffman. Huffman gains about 6 or 7. Loose ball in the field. We'll see who's got it. They're going to say he was down, so the Cardinals retain possession. Second down coming.
Go, Cardinals, go! Go, Cardinals, go! Go, Cardinals, go!
Clock stop. Nope, clock is running now. They'd stop the clock inexplicably. Peters drops back. He's staying alive. Looking over the middle. Finds Huffman. Huffman's into the end zone for a touchdown. And there's a flag on the field. Imagine that. What are we going to call now? By the way, that yellow flag is one guy. The other flags, the other referees have pink. So you can see the difference there. Holding call against the Cardinals.
Keep working, White!
So I guess the Cardinals are just going to have to keep on scoring.
Keep working!
Be interesting to go back and watch this game, and you'll have the ability to do so if you go back on YouTube and watch later and see if you can find those holding calls. So Cardinals now, second down and 25 to go. If nothing else, it might be tiring for Laverne having to chase us all over the field. We get yardage, then back up. Trips on the near side of the field. Fowler is going to make it splits as he goes in motion across. Peters drops back. Peters looks downfield, I think for Levens. Falls incomplete. Clock will stop with 1:15. Third down coming up. It was for Levens. Levens was trying to tightrope the sideline there, or tippy-toe to get his feet down, and ended up not being able to pull the ball in. So again, third down, about 25 to go. Ball's sitting at the 37-yard line, and we'll have to get down to about the 13 to get the first down. Austin Peters on the near side with Fowler in the slot. Huffman's in the backfield with Carson. Nash Levens on the far side. Carson drops back, looks out on the edge for Huffman. Huffman gets back some of the yardage. Tate Domi makes the tackle. Walks right over the top of Huffman on his way back to his sideline, or not his sideline, but back to the huddle. Fourth down coming up, the clock's running. Cardinals here may go ahead and let a bunch of the time run off and then go for a big play. If you don't get the first down, you don't want to give Laverne any more time than you have to. Okay, Tillery is off the defensive line and he's back. Cardinals are going to take a timeout. So 29 seconds left on the clock. Coach Hanna goes ahead and uses the timeout. Stop and talk things over. It's going to be fourth down from the 31-yard line. Cardinals have to get down to the 13, so about 18 yards is what we have to make up here. If we get the first down, then we can run another couple of plays and go for the end zone. Cardinals might just go ahead and go for the end zone here. Laverne at first, when they went to that prevent, and I know it's not called a prevent in 8-man, but when they went to that prevent earlier in the game, they were having a lot of success with it. Lately, Cardinals have been figuring out and finding openings in it. They're dropping Tillery back. Tillery does a great job as a pass rusher, but they're dropping him back to shadow and potentially try and play for interceptions and just help cover. You can see Tillery all the way back, almost at the end zone. He's got his heels on the 10. Cardinals come back out. Same offensive personnel for the whole game so far. You got the Peters brothers, Huffman, Levens, Fowler, Post and Isaacs and Olginek at the line. Splits to each side. Huffman coming in motion. Peters back in the shotgun. Peters takes it, drops back. They are playing prevent. They're only rushing 2. And Peters is going to get tackled. Nobody was open on that one. Peters ended up eating it. Sack, by the way, came from Noel Armendariz. So Laverne's got it, and they've got 22 seconds left. Now, danger here. Laverne does get the ball back to start the second half. Or at least they're set to receive the kick. Cardinals could always come out and try an onside. You got De La Torre down here on the bottom. They got double. Tillery's going to go ahead and run it. Tillery's looking for an opening. Cardinals got to bring down Tillery. Levens does. So Tillery's brought down at the 47, and Laverne's going to take a timeout. First timeout for the Tigers. Laverne's got 15 seconds to work with now. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders. All right, so Laverne's got 2 timeouts left. They've got 15 seconds to work with. Tillery doing a nice job on that first down to gain and get into Cardinal territory. Cardinals have to be really careful here for Domi coming down the middle. They're actually splitting Domi out. Levin's over the top of Domi. Cardinals are dropping back a little bit deep. Tillery's got it. Fakes it. They're going to send a go. Cardinals don't have a rush chasing Tillery. They're going to leave him in the backfield. They're going to Hail Mary. Cardinals knock it away. So Domi goes for it. And Nash Levens plays it well and knocks the ball away. 5 seconds left. That play ran 17 seconds off the clock. So Tillery doesn't have enough arm to get it all the way into the end zone. Cardinals rushed that time. You could saw they didn't come after Tillery hard. They just kept him contained. We'll see what they do this time. Cardinals are running base defense out there. You've got Ireland, post. Oh, we have switched in Angel Moreno instead of Algeen. Put some speed on the line. Double tight ends here. Is Laverne going to down it? Nope, play action. Trying to open up some over the middle. They do, and it's not going to be open at all. Austin Peters knocks it away. Nash Levens was there. I don't know what they were doing with that. There was no chance for that play. They just ran De La Torre deep. I wonder if they were just hoping that maybe they could get a pass interference call, but no shot at that. Peters got a hand on the ball cleanly. Cardinals go in for halftime. They're down by 14. Sorry. Yeah, down by 14, 22-8. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders. We'll take a little bit of a break for halftime. Oh gosh, that's just silly looking. We got a tremendous setup in here in Laverne. They've got a really nice booth. Huh. Sorry, I had a really bad connection there for a minute. And And our scores of local significance, scores that we care about downstate. Balco Forgan is leading Beaver 22-14 at half. So that game for those two teams means one of them is going to be able to pick up a district win this week. They both struggled a little bit so far on the season. OBA took it to Kremlin Hillsdale 54-0. Sealing at halftime is up 34-0 at Covington Douglas. Dewar is up 66-6, so that game's going to be over at half. Cherokee struggling again. They're going against Pond Creek Hunter. Cherokee is one of the potential teams we could be facing in the first round of the playoffs. We play against District B, too, in case you're ever wondering. So that's Pond Creek Hunter and Cherokee. Let me see what else I can find here. Oh, Hollis and Shattuck. Hollis is hanging with Shattuck. At Shattuck, that game is still 8-20 in the second. And Tyrone and Boise City have a game going. Tyrone has climbed their way up to being ranked 4th in the state in Class C. They've had a tremendous season. You remember we started the season off really giving it to them at home. But Tyrone bounced back well and has only one loss the whole rest of the season since then. And Boise City struggled a bit. They've gone 3-5 on the season, but at Boise City, that game's all tied up at half. All right, I'm going to see what I can do here. Set up so you can take a little bit of a break. Enjoy the halftime from the band, if you so choose. All right, 12 minutes from now, we'll pick back up. So you got a chance, go grab a snack, grab a drink, get ready for the second half. Cardinals start out slow but come back strong and are trailing Laverne at Laverne 22-8.
The song just played on the that team spirit made things magic. Rock band were on in 1990.
No, they did not.
I said I watched the last regular season moment.
This is no longer even
as we will certainly miss the leadership of our 9 teams. We look forward to adding 5 players Power station, led by assistant coordinator Jordan Dominguez. Here is the 7th grade band. If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Just pick up the phone and call the professional. Who you gonna call? Let's hear it for Senior Rocky Green on drum set. Buffalo leading the match with 42 6. Nothing leading that road in Wood City.
Now, if you're watching the clock, you'll see some magic happen here in just a moment. Halftime is 10, 15, or 20 minutes. But Laverne, they had it scheduled for 15. Once the players come back on the field, they are given an extra 3 minutes for warm-up time. So, if you're waiting on that to go down to 0, it might go down to 0, but there's still a couple more minutes left. Laverne ain't even back out on the field yet. Those of you that watched when Turpin came to Laverne last year for basketball, we got a real treat. We got to see 2 halftimes that totaled about an hour long between the two of them. A lot of entertainment. Had gymnastics and all sorts of stuff going on. So, Laverne likes to enjoy their halftimes and wring out every last drop. Tigers will be receiving to start the second half. We'll see what the Cardinals do with that. Wouldn't be surprised to see us maybe attempt an onside. That hasn't been something we've done much this year. In fact, I don't know if we've done an intentional onside yet this year, but we've done a couple of squib kicks. And I think we had one that we shanked and recovered at Ringwood, if my memory serves. And don't trust my memory. I had missed a couple of teams when I was going through local games. Texoma Goodwell's in the third quarter, and they're trailing Sayre. They're at home this year. Or, sorry, they're at home for that game. Also, Buffalo. Oh, Buffalo's playing Medford. They're up big. I don't have the listed score, but they're up. They've scored 42, and I know they're up by a lot. At the end of the game, I'll get you those scores. Starting to cool off here. Sun's down. We're getting ready to start the second half. "47 degrees is what it is right now, and it'll just keep on getting colder. All right, Ricky Algeen lining up to kick. Algeen's first kick went to the 15-yard line, got about a 15-yard return from Tillery. Tillery's back there, I think with De La Torre. No, that's Lovell. Lovell's got it. Lovell's got an opening. Lovell's going to get to midfield and force it out of bounds. In fact, Ricky Algeen finally getting the tackle. Lovell hit that hole hard. Nice return. The Tigers will start out at midfield, just a little bit past at the 45-yard line in Cardinal territory. Cardinal defense starting the second half. You got Ryder Ireland, Ricky Algeen, and Gunnar Post on the line. Linebackers looks to be Garrett Isaacs and Riley Fowler. The Peters brothers back in the defensive backfield, as well as Nash Levens. Handoff to Masters, and he's brought down by Gunnar Post. Gunnar Post was getting tackled by one of the linemen from Laverne. No call on the play. Gunnar spun around with the lineman all over him and still brought down the running back. Masters in the backfield, loss of about 7 on the play. That was a fun one right there. I tell you what, mark that one for Gunnar for a highlight. He made the tackle while he was getting tackled.
Defense, let's fight! Defense! Red flag fight! Defense, let's fight!
Tillery back in the shotgun. He's got Masters beside him. Tillery hits the hole hard. Gets a gain of 5. He's brought down just past the original line of scrimmage, and third down's coming up now. Third down and 9. Cardinals defense has to step up big here with Laverne in the Cardinal territory to start things out. Probably 4-down territory. They may go for a punt. We'll see. Masters in the back by Tillery. Tillery's a big quarterback, by the way. Tillery looking for the opening. He finds an opening. He's got first down. He pops loose. Tillery's going to be in for the touchdown. Well blocked by the Tigers. They did a good job. Last line of defense was Nash Levens, and he got knocked down. Well done by the Tigers there. You can see that offense that has been just chaos and havoc on Class B football for the last couple of years. Felix Teal was the running back who would have been in that spot, as the quarterback. Laverne, after shifting to Tillery after Teal's injury, picks up and gets things going. They start the second half with a quick score. Tillery looking over the middle for Domi for the conversion, and it's good. So Laverne comes out from half, and they were hitting on all cylinders. Cardinals held him up a little bit, got him to third down after a really nice tackle in the backfield by Gunnar Post. But then Tillery takes the quarterback sweep around the right side and is in for the long touchdown. Cardinals need to answer here. They're down by 22. 8-man football can do that to you. Down. Those scores can come in a hurry. But hopefully we'll be on the other side as quick scores ourselves. Now going from south to north, Domi's last kick ended up being fielded by Carson Peters, and Peters got up to the 50-yard line and just about busted it for the full touchdown. He was brought down by Tate Domi. Domi in the first quarter, when he was kicking from north to south, had the wind behind him and was placing kicks in the end zone. Domi's lining up to kick. Remember, they run that fake onsides all the time, and one of these times they might just do it. Another squib kick for Domi. It's fielded by, is that Peters? Peters has it. Peters doesn't have any blockers in front of him. They'd set up over on the left side, and Peters got it and couldn't get over there, so he went ahead and took the yardage that he could get, and ends up being tackled just across the 30-yard line, so the Cardinals will start from there. Cardinals offensive personnel all packed in tight in a bunch. You've got Peters, Fowlers, Huffmans, and Levens back there. Jet sweep to Jet Huffman. Huffman looks for a cutback, finds a cutback. He's got an opening. Huffman might be able to take it. Tillery's out there with him. Here comes Nash Levens trying for a lead block. Tillery jumps on Huffman's back and brings him down deep in Tiger territory. It's going to be at the 29-yard line. Big gain for the Cardinals to start things out. Linemen the same as the first half. You've got Isaacs, Olguin, and Post. Again, Isaacs and Post have had to step in to start this game after some of the other players have been hurt. About a 4-yard gain on the play. Huffman's in the backfield now beside Peters. Levens and Fowler are up top on the far sideline. Peters on the near sideline. Peters goes play action. He's got Fowler open deep in the end zone. Fowler, easy play. He suckered the defensive backfield. And a nice, easy score for the Cardinals. So both teams scoring in the first 3 minutes of the second half. Laverne covering about 45 yards on their drive. Cardinals covering 70, but the same result, quick scores. So defense might have stayed at hand at halftime. We'll see what happens here with this conversion attempt. Peters finds a wide open guy. Oh, just off the fingertips. Nash Levens unable to haul it in. Levens had set up in the back of the end zone. Peters found him, but it was a little bit high. Levens reached for it. Levens is tall too, but just couldn't quite bring it in. So Cardinals with the score, missed the conversion, and that puts them back within 16. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders. Cardinal cheerleaders getting ready to go to regionals. They'll compete regionals and then state coming up here the next 2 weeks. Your Cardinal cheerleaders have won a whole bunch of titles and been easily one of the best cheer squads. We already knew that, but they've proven it with several titles, runner-up finish, and have finished in the top 10 every year of the contest's existence. Cardinals lining up to kick. Ricky Algeen kicked off less than 3 minutes ago of scoreboard time. It's getting ready to kick off again. Last year, these two teams put 100 points on the scoreboard when the game was played at Turpin, and you can see how. It's a good example of how 8-man football can turn into a scoring fest. Long kicks fielded by Lovell. Lovell hit the hole hard last time and got about 50 yards. He's looking for another hole, and Lovell's brought down inside the 40 this time. Pushed out of bounds at the 37-yard line. I think Post got him, but I'm not quite sure. Cardinals are going to need some defensive stops. They're down by 2 scores. Cardinals have been good about getting turnovers. They've averaged over 1 turnover a game caused by their defense. Mostly interceptions, but there have been some fumble recoveries as well. Tillery hands off to Masters. Masters is brought down in the backfield. Cardinals have been able to get a lot of tackles for loss. And the name that keeps popping up over and over is Gunnar Post. The senior has done a great job tonight. Penetrated into that offensive line and created some havoc in the backfield. Wrapped up Masters and didn't allow any yardage on that play, and in fact moved the Tigers back. Second down and long coming up from the 36-yard line in Tiger territory. Tillery's in the backfield. They've only got 1 wide receiver split out. They haven't thrown to the wide receivers. They have thrown to Domi some, and here comes a flag. That one was called before the play, so it's either encroachment on the defense or false start on the offense. That's going to be a false start against the Tigers. A lot of laundry on the field in the first half, most of it coming at the Cardinals' expense. This one goes against the Tigers, and that takes a second and long and makes it second and longer. Ball's now spotted at the 30-yard line. Tigers have to get all the way up to the 48. Tillery's in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on the far side. Oh, halfback pass. Masters is looking and just chucks it down the field. No real aim on that ball, you can see. Masters doesn't play quarterback. That was a wobbly duck, and Domi couldn't catch up to it. Pass falls incomplete. So third down, 16 listed on the board for how far they've got to go. It's the longest 16 I've ever seen. But third and a whole bunch. Tillery in the backfield, 2 wide receivers up top on the Laverne sideline. Tillery looks over the middle. Oh, just over the top of Carson Peters. Delatorre gets it. Peters jumped for it, but he wasn't quite in position. It went over him. Delatorre makes the catch and a big play. Tigers end up stopped down at the Cardinal 39-yard line. So Cardinals were in position for it. Peters was in a good spot, but jumped just a little bit too early. And Tillery's pass was just deep enough to make it to Delatorre. First catch for Delatorre, by the way. They've been going to Domi for the most part during this game. Domi's the near side tight end, by the way. Be paying attention to him. They try to get the Cardinals to jump. Domi releases. Tillery is going to take off right up the middle on a quarterback draw. Nice fake there. They ran the option over the right side. They had Domi leading. Masters had split out behind him and was running the option, and Tillery went ahead and kept it, read the defensive end, and jumped inside of him. Tillery's been playing really good running that option and making the Cardinals pay. Everybody in tight for the Tigers. Masters is in the back. So triple tight end formation here. They roll him out. Play action. He's looking for Del Torre. Del Torre's not there. It's popped up in the air. Algeen goes to try for the interception. Laverne smartly ends up grabbing a hold of Ricky and makes sure he can't grab it. Once that ball's tipped, there's no such thing as pass interference. So a nice, smart play there by Laverne. And it was the Laverne center, Emilio Juarez, doing a good job there, making sure the Cardinals didn't come over tight end. The turnover just about happened, though. Ball got popped up, and Algeen had interceptions flashing in his eyes. Tillery around the right side, finding an opening, and then it gets closed. Gain of maybe 5 for Tillery. We'll see where the spot is. Levinson post coming up out of the pile. Cardinals defense. Ryder Ireland's out there and post as the ends along with Algeen. You've got your backers as Riley Fowler and Garrett Isaacs. Your defensive backs, Austin Peters at safety, and the two cornerbacks are Levins and Peters. Tillery in the backfield. He fakes out Ryder Ireland, cuts to the outside. Tillery's just bouncing around and finally drugged down. I think he's inside the 10, which would make it a 1st and goal. We'll see where they spot it. 1st down for the Tigers at the 11. You'd rather have 1st and goal than 9. That way they can't get another 1st down. It'll be 4 down territory here. I tell you what, Cardinals haven't been able to get a turnover off the Tigers yet, except for the turnover on downs. Now would be a beautiful time for one. That ball that bounced off of the lineman earlier just about turned into an interception. Maybe cold hands can turn into a fumble here. Tilly gets dump trucked by Nash Levins. Brought down hard after a gain of about 5. Under 6 to go in the 3rd quarter. Cardinals have their backs against their end zone now. Tigers' best success has come from power football. They're popping 2 out on the far side. That's Masters and De La Torre. Masters comes and takes the handoff for the jet sweep. There's going to be a holding call. Masters is in, but there's a flag on the play. It's holding. That'll move it back to the 16. So it'll be a 2nd down and 15 to go. Still a chance for a 1st down, but that hold enabled Masters to have a real open spot coming around that edge. So good call on that hold. Cardinals keeping the same defensive personnel out there, except Huffman has subbed in for Nash Levins. Tillery in the backfield, shotgun. Tillery going to the left side, looking for an opening, trips and falls. Looks like he's going to be brought down at about the 5-yard line. 3rd down coming up, and about 5 to go. They're going to say at the 6-yard line. Cardinals stopped Laverne in short yardage. Very similar situation in the 1st half. After the turnover, they went down and got their 1st score of the game. Be nice to see another big stand here. We haven't seen a tackle for loss in a couple of plays. Maybe we're due. 2 wide receivers set out to the left. Masters. Tillery drops back to pass, and he's going to roll out. Oh, he jumps inside. He's brought down short of the goal line, and we have a Cardinal down on the field. Everybody's up. Ryder was a little slow getting up. There's a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. I think it's a hold on them. Laverne guys are walking back.
I couldn't see the motion because the Laverne guys were away. They called a face mask.
Oh, they called a face mask against the Cardinals. Face mask against the Cardinals. That's a personal foul face mask, which means it's an automatic first down. It goes half the distance to the goal line, so the ball's on like the 1 inch mark.
Hold them, Cardinals, hold them! Hold them, Cardinals, hold them!
Tight formation, quarterback sneak, and it's a touchdown. So Tillery's in.
Hold them, Cardinals, hold them! Hold them, Cardinals, hold them! Hold them, Cardinals, hold them!
Be interesting to see the penalty yardage once this game is over, because I think we've had well over 100 yards in penalties. Now that one cost us a half a yard, but whole bunch of penalties in this game called against the Cardinals. Laverne's had some of their own, but it's definitely been the visitors getting the majority of them in this game. Flag on that play, that's on the conversion. That'll march Laverne back 5 yards. That'll make the conversion a little bit harder. I don't know if it's an illegal shift or offsides, but it's a procedural penalty on offense against the Tigers. Tiller's looking over the middle for Domi. He gets it to him. Domi is such a tremendous target. Nice soft hands. One of the biggest guys on the field, and he moves really well. That pass was behind him, and Domi reached back and still got it. That puts Laverne 3 scores ahead, 38-14. 22-point difference. Cardinals really need to answer here. We had 2 quick scores to start the quarter and then a long drive by Laverne. Feels like it's been longer than that, but the Cardinals have only had the ball once in this quarter. So a 5-minute drive for Laverne ends in the end zone. And again, we get to see what Domi's going to do on a kick. He's kept the ball down now. These last 2 kicks, instead of getting them up in the wind, which has allowed Carson Peters to have returns both times. Carson with a really good return on the first one. The last one, the blocking was over on the near side of the field. Carson received the ball on the far side of the field and wasn't able to get over to behind his blockers. Domi kicks it short. Huffman's got it. Huffman stops short. Oh, he stepped on the line. Referee quick to call it. Jet tried to cut back using the sideline as a barrier, but referee was right there and made sure to call it quickly. Jet steps out right at the 30-yard line. That's where they were started last possession, and Cardinals got to 3rd down, struggling a little bit, and went down the field for about a 70-yard play. Two wide receivers up top, Fowler and Levens. Handoff to Huffman. Nice fake on that. Peters ends up keeping it after the fake to Huffman. And Peters rolls around the left side and gains about 4 yards. 2nd down coming up, about 6 to go. Austin Peters on the near sideline. Nash Levens on the far sideline. Cardinals run an option, pitch out to Huffman. Huffman goes for the sideline. He's got it. Huffman ends up in the Laverne bench. Gain of about 6 or 7. It's really close to first down yardage. And it is a first down. Jet dove forward enough to get the first down. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. First down for the Cardinals. Offensive personnel stays out there. Riley Fowler's in the backfield with Peters. Huffman's split up top on the outside 11s. Austin Peters, nobody's on him. Carson looks over, sees his brother. Austin's got it. Austin makes one move, gets close to a first down, falling out of bounds. Austin falls forward across the 50, and the ball gets spotted at the 49. Interesting. So it'll be second down and 1. Huffman's in the backfield behind Peters. We might be running a pistol formation here. Looks like that's the case. Austin on the near sideline. Levens and Fowler up top. And it's a draw to Huffman. Tillery was keying on Huffman. Tillery's a load there, man. He is a load. And he was working against Gunner Post, and Post couldn't quite get off the ball fast enough to get to Tillery, and Tillery disrupted the play. So third down and short now. Tillery moves over to cover Huffman. Quarterback sneak, and Peters pushes his way across the 50. We'll see where the spot ends up. It might be back at the 35. Nope. That's at the 49-yard line in Tiger territory. That's an easy first down for the Cardinals. Cardinals stay out there. They're running no huddle. You can tell Tillery is just playing man-to-man on Huffman at this point. Oh, I take that back. Tillery's going to go to the far side away from Huffman and is back on the defensive line. So they've been running Tillery, really moving him around. Lovell usually plays safety, but Laverne's coaches are really moving Tillery around, trying to take advantage of his athleticism and counter Jet Huffman. Peters drops back. Bunch formation for the Cardinals. Fowler's open, but we find Huffman in the middle. Fowler was a little bit deep. Huffman catches it right in the middle. Brought down quickly, but a big gain for the Cardinals. Another chunk play. And the Cardinals will have it at the 34-yard line, and they've got that Tiger defense backing up quickly. Huffman's in the slot now by Austin Peters. Carson in the backfield with Fowler beside him. Levens up top. Peters drops back. Tigers rush 3. Out on the side, they find Nash Levens. Levens gets maybe another first down. He's pushed out of bounds by Tate Domi. Sorry, not Tate Domi. Yeah, Tate Domi. Almost got him mixed up with his brother Rustin. Cardinals set up on the far hash mark. Peters in the backfield. He's got splits to either side. Huffman and Peters on the near side. Levens and Fowler on the far side. And Peters going to take off on a draw. Domi falls on top of Peters once he's down. And Carson gets a gain of about 8 or 9 yards. So Cardinals moving it down the field here. Tigers defense reeling a bit. Huffman's in the backfield. Official timeout for something. I don't know what. I think they're resetting the play clock. Yeah, official timeout for something here. They're sending Gunner Post off the field for something. So it could be an equipment issue. So Gunner's had to come off the field. That was an official timeout. That doesn't run play clock. 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Logan Ebersol comes in for him. Gunner's knee is bleeding. They made Gunner come out for bleeding. That's what it was. Peters has it. Peters pitches out to Huffman. Huffman's got the edge. Huffman's up the field, and Huffman's into the end zone for a touchdown. So Cardinals are in for the touchdown. That'll give Post a little bit extra time to work on that knee. Coach Watson's got him on the near sideline. You got him in frame so you can watch if that's what you're interested in. The rest of you are probably watching the conversion. Gunner's all wrapped up. Presumably he'll be back on the field for the defense in a few moments. It's a big conversion here. Huffman. Oh, Huffman's wrapped up. He gets away from one tackler. And the Laverne defense cancels out the conversion. That's big because that means it's still a 3-score game. Cardinals are down by 18. Really needed that conversion to pull back to within 16. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders.
T-U-R-P-I-N, Turpin, Turpin, win, win, win.
By the way, in case you're wondering, if you thought maybe they were selling used cars on the track here at Laverne, that's actually I don't know what you want to call it, a holding pen for the Turpin fans. The Cardinals are supposed to stay within that here. Some teams, when they come to Laverne, really spread out down the sidelines, and Laverne took it on themselves to help remind us of where we're supposed to be standing and staying as a crowd tonight. So OSAA has made a real emphasis on sportsmanship rules. It's not been an issue for us at Turpin, but downstate it is something that is remarked on a lot. You can actually be thrown out and affect your team with unsportsmanlike play. But in case you were picking that up on the frame and wondering what was going on, that's the explanation for you. And I have been at games here at Laverne, not watching Turpin play, but watching some other teams play, where I've seen people standing on the sideline right up by the teams. So it can get pretty crazy here. Algeen ready to kick off, sends it deep. Tillery's got it. Tillery's dangerous with that ball, as we know. Tillery looking for an opening, going back and forth, and Angel Moreno hauls him down. Angel Moreno making the tackle. Also coming in to help was Jet Huffman in on that tackle. That play was the end of the third quarter, by the way. So we'll flip the field. When Laverne comes back onto the field, they'll be over on the north side again. Laverne will have the wind at their back the rest of the game. I don't know how much wind we've got tonight. Let me see what I can figure out for you. Go ahead and give you a weather report while we wait. I can't find anything about wind speed. I take it back. It's 8 miles an hour with 14-mile-an-hour gusts. So cold enough to be chilly. 46 degrees now. Well, that's sundown. It is getting chilly out here. Sitting in the stands. Laverne stands are very open to the elements as well, too. So be glad that this is a game that you're watching on the stream. I'll put it that way. Next week, Cardinals will be at home against Hollis. Tillery's got it. Tillery's drugged down. Gunner post. Coming back in with his knee all patched up and making the tackle on his first play back. Tillery's in the backfield. He's got Masters beside him. One wide receiver. On the near side, Masters right up the middle, and he's drugged down. Ryder Ireland grabbing him. Masters not a very big guy. A little bit of a water bug skittering around him out there. Second down coming up, gain of about 4. Ball sitting on the 45-yard line. By the way, in case you're wondering, with the band playing, sometimes I get asked if that's against the rules. It is not. The band can play during plays. They just cannot play in such a way as to disrupt the team being able to hear things. It's a judgment call by the referees. Masters gets the handoff. Post just about brings him down. Masters ends up with first down yardage. I think Riley Fowler with the tackle. And the Tigers are in Cardinals territory with the ball at the 47-yard line. We're a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Cardinals are down by 3 scores. It's going to be really tough coming back against this Tiger team. Presumably they will keep the ball on the ground and just keep on churning through that clock. Long way to go before the end of the game, though. But, boy, it'd sure be nice for some of those cold Tiger hands to cough up a ball about now. Handoff to De La Torre. Oh, Ryder Island just about had De La Torre in the backfield. Post ends up catching up to De La Torre and gets him, but it's about a 9-yard gain. So De La Torre had a big catch on the earlier drive. Big third down play went to De La Torre, and he kept the drive alive, and Laverne ended up scoring on it. This time, De La Torre takes the reverse and gets a 9-yard gain. Cardinals are getting good penetration by the ends. Ireland and Post both getting upfield. They're covering up Post with Domi on that right side. Domi's played on that side most of the night. Allgeen coming back and flushing Tillery. Tillery looking deep for Domi. And it goes to De La Torre, but way out of bounds. There's a flag on the play. We'll see what it's for. The spot where it is, I don't know. That not likely to be a hold, but.
Yeah, you did. Fight! Cardinals! Fight! Cardinals! Fight!
I guess they called a hold.
Cardinals! Fight!
That'll march the Tigers back 10 yards.
Fight! Cardinals!
Oh, no, that's not what they called. They called illegal man downfield. So that's just a 5-yard penalty. Yeah, hat on the head means illegal man downfield. Technically, it's illegal participation, but nobody says that. Except I just did right now. Look at that. Third down coming up. 3rd and 6. Tigers tried to pass. That stopped the clock. What do you want to bet they don't do that again? Tillery's got it. Ryder Ireland gets shoved out of the way. Tillery comes through. There's going to be a holding called on that. Flag in the backfield. We'll see. I'm predicting here, but I think it's going to be a hold. And it is against the Tigers. Yeah, Ireland got drugged right out of the play. You could see it happening right in front of you. Otherwise, he was going to have a chance at that play. Ireland got a tremendous jump off the line. So that'll make it 3rd and really long. We went from 3rd and short to 3rd and medium to now we're at 3rd and long. We'll see what happens next. Oh, sorry, it's 2nd and long. Yeah, De La Torre had the long run to make it a 2nd and short. That's right. Masters into the middle, and he's brought down. Oh, loose ball in the field. Loose ball in the field. We got a pile. This may be the loose ball we're looking for. Let's get in there and see what happens. I think Laverne recovered it.
Let's go defense! Let's go defense! Let's go defense!
Laverne holds on to the ball. It's 3rd down now.
Let's go defense! Let's go defense! Let's go defense! Let's go defense!
Coach Hanna is reminding the officials that this should be 4th down. Now, my memory's terrible. De La Torre had the run on first down to make it 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 1. Then they had the illegal man downfield. I don't know if you lose a down on that, and you might lose a down on an illegal man downfield. That could be what's happened. But that would have made it 3rd and 5, which is what they had up in the booth. They had 3rd and 5. The marker down on the field did not ever say 3rd. It said 2nd. Then they got marched back another. So it is 3rd and 11. So 3rd and long. 3rd and 11 to go. Ball sitting at the 38-yard line. Flag on the play. I have no idea what they're going to call. I didn't see anybody move. Cardinals were jumping around, but Cardinals can. Oh, false start on Laverne. So flags have come out for Laverne. That's now 3 flags on this possession alone. Wow, you got split out to both sides for Tillery. We'll see what they run here. They're running a man downfield. Tillery's looking deep for Domi. Oh, that's a mess. And Domi catches it. Levens brings him down. Levens had given Domi a pretty good amount of room on that.
Go, defense, go! Go, defense, go! Go, defense, go!
They put 2 wide receivers on the Laverne sideline side. Domi out by himself, going man-on-man against Levens. They push Domi down the field, and it's 4th and short. Levens is able to get Domi just short, and I think they're going to measure. Let's see if I can get any closer for you. Yeah, 4th and short. So the ball's sitting right at the 47.5. Right in the middle. Tillery's up close. Looks like they're set for quarterback sneak. They've run some play action. Tillery looks like he's got it. It's all going to depend on the spot, but where the referee's coming in from on the side, yeah, it's 1st down. A lot of drama on that set of sticks. 3 different penalties pushing things back. Be interesting to go back and look. It all comes down to how the rules are interpreted on whether or not Coach Hanna was right on if that was supposed to be 4th down the play before. If so, that should have been a turnover on downs. I do not know, though. Masters has it, pops out, finds an opening, tries to get away from Ryder Ireland, and Ireland grabs some ankles and pulls down Masters. So Ireland brings him down. Ball's at the 31-yard line. Laverne's taking their time now. 7.5 left to go in the game. Laverne's got a 3-score lead, trying to add to it and ice this thing. Tillery drops back. Allgain's fighting his way through. Oh, it's intercepted! Holy cow! Gunner Post takes the ball out of midair, intercepts a pass. Tillery tried to throw it over him. Gunner timed it perfectly. Guys, you can watch a whole lot of football and never see that play ever. I didn't have it zoomed in, but I know I have it on camera. A tremendous play by Gunner Post. He is having a whale of a game. Tillery rolls right. Gunner stays in front of him, shadowing him. Tillery tries to throw it over Gunner. Gunner jumps up and snags it. And the funny thing is, it looked like from Gunner's body language, he was kicking himself that he wasn't able to get free and go score. They pass in the middle for Huffman. He is immediately brought down. On that tackle, number 15, Victor Enriquez. We haven't called that name much tonight.
Let's go, Mighty O! Let's go, Mighty O!
Cardinals running tight formation there. Fowler in at tight end, leading block. Carson Peters looking for the outside. Gets drugged down. That's a horse collar, guys. He had the back of the jersey. That is a clear call in high school football. If you have the back of the jersey, it's a horse collar. Let's see if it's called. And it is. That is a personal foul. That's an automatic 15. That's an automatic first down. It's an easy call. There's no judgment about it. That's just what it is. You cannot pull a player down from the back of their jersey or from the back of the pads. It's very dangerous. Puts a lot of stress on the knees.
Touchdown, Cardinals, touchdown! Touchdown, Cardinals, touchdown! Touchdown!
Cardinals into Tiger territory. The turnover, just what the Cardinals needed. Now they've got to go make it pay. Peters in the backfield. Huffman coming across. Jet sweep. Oh, it's halfback pass. Oh. Lovell. No, sorry, that wasn't Lovell. Carnegie at the defensive end spot sniffed it out, and the one thing that he had to do was to knock that pass down. Peters was wide open out on the flank after pitching it to Huffman. Huffman went to throw it, and it was almost the same play that had just happened where Gunnar Post jumped up and grabbed it. In this case, Carnegie jumps up and knocks it down. So it wasn't going to go for a touchdown. Laverne had their defenders back deep, but Peters was going to get a lot of yardage out of that. Clock stops on that. Cardinals have 2nd down and 10. Peters looks out on the edge for Huffman. They're running a wide receiver screen. Huffman gains about 6. He's brought down at the 35. Clock is running. We're at the 6-minute mark. Cardinals have to get 3 scores in 6 minutes. And that's with holding Laverne to nothing. Cardinals defense has done what they needed to and gotten the ball back in the offense's hands. Cardinal offensive personnel are the same as what we've been running most of the game. You got splits right now. We've run draw out of splits a lot this game. Peters has got it. There's the snap. Peters drops back, and here's the draw. Peters looking for first down yardage. He dives for it and gets first down yardage. Don't know if he got out of bounds. They do stop the clock. Now, they might stop the clock for the first down. Cardinals now have to maximize their play calling and be very efficient. Clock's not running. Peters must have got out of bounds. So nope, clock is running now, 5:35. Maybe if I talk fast, that'll mean we score faster. Peters in the backfield. Looks out on the edge. They run a hook and lateral. Austin Peters catches it, pitches it to Huffman. I tell you what, they're keying on Huffman so much that even with the pitch and a nice play idea, the Laverne defense collapses on Jet. 5:09 now. Jet did not get out of bounds. 2nd down and short. Levens and Fowler on the near side. Huffman in the backfield with Peters. Austin Peters on the far side. Clock's running. Under 5 minutes to go now. Cardinals. Peters fakes the handoff to Huffman. Runs for the far sideline. He doesn't get out, but the clock has to stop for the first down. Cardinals have to play hurry up here. Clock's running, 4:40. We've burned a minute and a half almost. Wide open, Nash Levens. Levens into the end zone. And he's in. Sorry, I zoomed in and in zooming in, I lost a little bit of my frame. Levens makes the catch, turns, and is into the end zone for the touchdown. So Cardinals take about a minute and a half, but get the score on the board. So the turnover, Gunnar Post's interception, turns into 6 points for the Cardinals, and here they're going to try and make it 8. Peters checks the play. He's got Huffman behind him. Peters running left. They're going option. Peters is trying for it. They're going to say no good. Boy, that was close. 14 points is the difference on the scoreboard. So the Cardinals still trail by 2 scores. Sorry, 12 points the difference on there. It was going to take 3 scores no matter what. So Cardinals do the job that they needed to. Now they need to get the ball back quickly from Laverne. Cardinals do have all 3 timeouts to work with. Those of you that are Turpin fans know that there have been situations like this in the past, most notably a playoff game by the Cardinals in the 90s against Luther, Oklahoma, where they had to get 2 scores in less than 3 minutes and were able to do it. It all comes down to the defense here having to get quick stops. Even better than a quick stop would be a turnover, but it'd just be shocking to see Laverne put the ball in the air at this point. If they do put the ball in the air, I can guarantee it's going to Tate Domi, though. So Ricky Algeen will line up to kick. With 4.5 left to go, there's a good chance the Cardinals go for an onside here. They're down by 2 scores, but with 3 timeouts, the defense can hold when we get the ball back, but good chance for an onside here. We'll see where Ricky lines up. Right now, he's in the spot for an onside. Laverne does not have the hands team on. And they go for an onside. Nicely done by Masters. Masters falls on it. It didn't get the bounce. With that style of kick, you need to get it into the ground and get a high bounce. It kept skittering along the ground, went too deep, and Masters is able to fall on it. So that's okay. Laverne also didn't get a kick return out of it. Ball's going to be spotted on the 38-yard line. Cardinals have a chance in this game, but they have to stop Laverne twice and score twice. Hand off to Masters. Ireland swallows him up. Masters gains 3 or 4. Ball spot at the 41-yard line. That's really sitting on the 40, not the 41. So second and long coming. Laverne taking their sweet time. We'll get that play clock on there so you can see it. Tillery in the backfield with Masters beside him. They've got wide receivers split out to each side. That's probably to try and pull the defense out so Tillery can run draw. And there comes Tillery. Ireland was on him. Ireland is firing off that line like he's being shot out of a cannon. They're going to call encroachment, though. So a false start on the defense. That might have been why Ireland was able to get back there so fast. So defensive false start, or else Ireland was, well, I don't know if it's on Ireland, but one of the defensive players might have been in the neutral zone. Great jump, though, on that play. Cardinals have had a lot of tackles for loss here. I know 38-26 doesn't sound like a defensive battle, but in 8-man football, that's exactly what you've had the chance to watch. A lot of good defense being played by these two teams. 5 seconds left on the clock. Tillery around the right side. Tillery's got an opening. Tillery's drugged down after he gets the first down. 3:20 left to go on the clock. Ball's at the 44-yard line. Cardinals are going to have to get those stops. All right, 2 wide receivers on the Laverne sideline. Tate Domi's lined up over on this side. Tillery's going to follow right behind him. And Garrett Ice is going to bring Tillery down for no gain. They tried to run him right behind Tate Domi. Garrett jumped it and had it, and he had some help. A good job by the Cardinals. And Coach Hannah will go ahead and stop the clock. It's a long shot now, Cardinal fans. It's a long shot, but we got to stop him here. We're going to have to use our timeouts. And hopefully we can get the ball back with over 2.5 left to go. Go score and then an onside. That's the kind of situation if everything plays out perfectly. Here's your Cardinal cheerleaders. These Cardinal cheerleaders gearing up. They're getting ready to go to their version of the playoffs. Regionals is coming up, I think, next week. We state the week afterwards. All right, everything left is a big play. There's no grace left to be given. Cardinals have to stop this. Tillery's in the backfield. Domi's out on the left side. Tillery's rolling around the right. Cardinals need to stop him or push him out of bounds. Tillery's not going to get a first down, but he got a nice chunk play on that. Gain of about 6. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3 to go. Clock's running. If we don't stop it here, we might be waiting to see since it's 3rd and short. One way or the other, we have to stop them. We can only afford one more first down. But we sure don't want to give that up if we can help it. Tillery running around the left side. He got an opening. He's got a first down. Oh, no. Tillery gets through. That can happen. You go for the short yardage and you're trying to stuff it. You get a gap and you're able to pop through. That makes it a 3-score game. That'll probably ice it. Cardinals have been playing against a stacked deck today, having so many injuries. It's been so tough. Coming out, struggling in the first couple of series in the first quarter, getting down by 2 scores. Cardinals have fought and fought. They've given their best tonight, but it's just been a tough uphill climb with so many injuries. 3 different starters have gone out in the last 2 weeks. Conversion attempt coming. And he's in. That'll make the score 46-26. Cardinals will get the ball back with under 2 left to go. Coming up next week, Cardinals will host Hollis. If this score holds and Laverne wins, which looks likely, and Shattuck is now up by 28 against Hollis, so that's likely to hold. Oh, it's a final. So Hollis has lost to Shattuck. That means Hollis has 2 losses. Turpin does have to beat Hollis next week to clinch a home game, but that game against Hollis, we need you to come out. Cardinals will be taking on Hollis. It's the first time for us to have Hollis at home. They've traditionally been a Class A 11-man team while we've been 8-man for the last several years. Last year we went to Hollis for the last game of the year. This year we host them for the last regular season game of the year. Cardinals looking for a bit of revenge. That game last year, after playing Laverne and Shattuck, a whole bunch of Cardinals players were injured, and Hollis was able to take advantage of that on the way to a big win. Domi puts it high in the air. Huffman's got it. Huffman looks for the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. 1:47 left. Cardinals down by 20. Cardinals are it looks like we'll be taking the loss here. So we'll be playing Hollis. This is the first loss on the season for Turpin. They'll be taking on a 2-loss Hollis team. And we will have to beat Hollis at home. Otherwise, we'd have 2 losses. Hollis would have 2 losses. Shattuck would have 2 losses. And we'd have a weird three-way tie.
Here we go, offense, here we go.
Peters takes a snap. Pass out to Huffman on the edge. Huffman's brought down on the sideline. Clock does not stop.
Here we go, offense, here we go. 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 Here we go, offense, here we go.
You're just rolling out. Flags are thrown. Looks like going to be a holding call. Pass over the middle goes to Fowler. And he did not catch it. We'll see what the flags are. Something tells me they're going to call holding. Sure enough, holding against Cardinals. Laverne declines the penalty. That'll make it 3rd and long. 53 seconds left on the clock. Fowler in motion. Trips to the left side. Nash Levin's by himself on the near side. Peters rolls back. Looks over on the side. And out of bounds into the Laverne bench. After making the catch is Austin Peters. First down for the Cardinals. 47 seconds left on the clock now. No quit in these Cardinals. Again, trips out to the left side of Peters. Nash Levin's out to his right on our near side. Huffman in motion. Looked like they were going a wide receiver screen over to Austin Peters. Garrett Isaacs was coming over from his lineman position to help block if Peters makes the catch. And Peters looked upfield. Cold hands don't help at all in 40-degree weather, and drop. That does stop the clock, though, 38 seconds. 2nd and long for the Cardinals. Looks like Laverne's playing a prevent right now. They've got Lovell back. I think Tillery's off the field. Fowler on the screen. Fowler stood up on the sideline, finally steps out of bounds. Laverne wants to make sure he's out of bounds. A little bit extra pushing.
Do it again!
3rd and short coming up. 31 seconds left. Yeah, Tillery's out. They got Carnegie in his spot. Peters drops back. Looks out on the edge. It's a little bit short. He was looking for his brother again. Fourth down now. Cardinals just need 2 yards for the first down. But at this point, we're just trying to get some more points on the board. By the way, it doesn't make a bit of difference with seedings. The way football works in Oklahoma, seedings are done based on how you finished in your district. Peters gets the first down. Think he went out of bounds, but the clock will definitely stop for the first down. So district standings determine where you are in the bracket. The bracket stays the same every year. So this is playing for pride right now. "19 seconds left. Connors looking downfield. Peters is staying alive. There's nobody up there near him. He looks downfield and finds Huffman. Huffman's fighting forward. Cardinals get the ball inside the 20, and Cardinals will take a timeout. They want one more score. So 8 seconds left. Cardinals are doing what they can to get one more score up on that board. By the way, points do make a difference in tiebreakers, just in case we were to lose against Hollis. One of the things that can come into play, if we have a three-way tie between Hollis, Shattuck, and Turpin, is if one team had beat the other two. But if things get weird next week and we were to lose to Hollis, Shattuck beat Hollis, we beat Shattuck, then it would come down to tiebreakers, and one of those is points. So all right, Cardinals go back on the field. This may be the last play of the game. Cardinals do have one more timeout if needed. Cardinals set up trips on the far side. Nashville Evans alone on the near side. Fowler comes across in motion. Peters takes it. Peters is going to be looking in the end zone. Lofts it up. He's looking for Austin. It's going to fall short. He was just giving it up there for Austin to make a play on it. Clock does not expire. And Cardinals get one last play. Kind of a weird spot, sitting at about the 15-yard line, 14-yard line. Laverne looks to be rushing two. Here's drop back, staying alive. He's going to roll around. They're going to call a penalty on us. We make the catch. Touchdown. But I think they're going to call a penalty on the Cardinals. I think it's going to be a block in the back. A lot of talking going on. Waiting to see the call. I can't tell what they called. Sorry about that.
Cardinals! Let's go! Cardinals! Let's go! Cardinals!
I have no idea.
Let's go!
They're putting the ball right back where it was.
Let's go! Cardinals! Let's
Clock ran out, but there was an offensive penalty.
Let's go! Cardinals! Let's go! Cardinals!
Okay, now they're marching it back. I think they called a block in the back. When Peters was staying alive, the linemen came in and were trying to help him out, shield him, and a couple of flags got thrown in on it. So this is an untimed play. Peters drops back. It's got to be all or nothing here. He's got to throw it in the end zone. He does. And it gets knocked down. So that'll end the game. Tigers win 46-26. Cardinals had a big task ahead of them. They sure put on a show tonight, but just not enough. Laverne's been an awful lot. They're the back-to-back state champions, and you can see why. Even with the haymakers that the Cardinals were throwing, Laverne was able to absorb them. Tell you what, though, this is the tape that teams from around the state, when they look at this game, it gives them a lot to be afraid of with facing the Cardinals. All right, next week, Cardinals will face Hollis. Because of the loss today, the Cardinals do have to win against Hollis to be able to guarantee the home playoffs game. If the Cardinals beat Hollis next week, they sew up second place in the district. It'll be the first time in at least 10 years that the Cardinals have finished that high in their district. That means we will get a home playoff game in the second week in November as well. So it's a big game. Make sure you come out next Friday for the Cardinals playing against Hollis. We're going to go ahead and end here. But we'll pick up next week. That's next Friday at Turpin, taking on Hollis. Have a great night. It's still a good night to be a Cardinal, even if the scoreboard didn't finish our way.